Absolutely. We've seen quite a few lightning strikes throughout our commute in the Storm Commander, but we've also seen quite a bit of rain and flooding. So I'm going to take a look for you at the Loop 101 here. We're right around 75th Avenue, and you can see the flashing lights. These are first responders that have blocked off the left lanes here on the Loop 101 near 75th Avenue and Union Hills Drive. They are making all traffic, because of the flooding on the left side, come off on this exit here. So no one can drive past Union Hill Drive on the Loop 101 here. Take a look at this flooding that we're passing through. You can see the reflection. It might be still a little bit hard because it's still dark this morning. The sun's starting to come up, but you should be able to see all the water that we're passing through here. Looks like this car was just about to miss the exit. So let's give you a better perspective of the flooding situation through the video that we've rolled on through our ADOT traffic cameras. Earlier in the morning, we were able to see that a car was actually stuck in the water for quite some time. Obviously, since we just passed it, the car is no longer there, so first responders were able to get the car out of the way, but it did cause some slowing for traffic. You saw that we were slowly getting off on Union Hills drives here. So flooding is definitely in effect for today. There is a flooding advisory for some parts of Maricopa County because of this rain. You could also see from our video, we've recorded quite a few lightning strikes throughout the morning. So from a rain standpoint, I think the one thing that we've noticed, Gina, on the roadways is that we've seen a lot of cars zooming past us really quick, especially when we were coming up onto the flooding there on the Loop 101, Gina. I think people were going way too fast considering the amount of water that you saw in the roadways there. So I think the big message, especially just from the perspective of the Storm Commander, is that people do need to slow down, because on top of the Loop 101, there might be a few other areas that don't drain very well. You just never know when you encounter even just a little bit of flooding.
Yeah, Elena, thank you so much for your report. Stay safe, my friend. And the other issue we have to contend with here in the desert, when it doesn't rain for long periods of time, you've got all the oils, all of the different sediments that settle into the pavement, and then the water really kind of stores it all up, and then it makes the road that much more slick. Let me bring you back to where Elena is reporting from. This is Union Hills. Here is the Loop 101, and you can see nobody is driving on the 101 because of that flooding here. And here is where all the traffic. This is actually exactly where Elena was just driving a moments ago. But with our technology here at GMAS, we're able to give you a round-robin look at a lot of different cameras. That is a live look at the I-10 and 43rd Avenue. If you're coming in from the West Valley, look how slow things are. You can see how sloppy the conditions are. That's the case also here on the I-17. That is the Metro Center area, and you can see just how fogged the camera lens is there. And then across the north part of town, that's a live look at the 101 and 7th Street. From there,